Hello, ladies. We are running a few minutes behind, and hopefully, my son will listen and leave us be because he's awake. I am going to try to see. Oh, something weird is happening. um, there we go. Hello, Angel. And there we go. Hello. How are you doing?
Woo! I am hanging in there.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm okay. Had a lot going on over the last little bit here, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so we're running a little bit behind, and I know that you've got lots on your plate, so let's not dilly dally. So anybody who is joining us live, say hello. Hopefully, one of us will be able to see your comments and respond to you. And anybody watching the replay, make sure you drop a hashtag replay. The more comments you guys drop, the more people see this. So give her. And today we are talking to Angel Conway, who is a self-care. Okay, you know what? You do it because you call yourself something just a little bit different, not just a self-care coach. You are a nope, it's not coming.
that's okay. You know what's funny? Because at first I was calling myself a self-care coach, but then it switched to a self-care consultant.
Oh,
And
there we
so I have to get out of the habit of calling myself a coach. So,
go.
uh,
Yeah. So, okay, man, I have so many things on the go today. It is crazy. I just want to make sure that we're showing up live. I think we are because it says Danielle
mhm.
is watching. Danielle, if you're here, say hello so that we can see that you are able to see us and see if the comments are working. Oh, I see comments. Okay. So Rashida's here. Hi, Rashida. Um,
Hello, everyone.
yeah. Cool. Okay. and I literally have like a live chat going with a utility bill that I'm trying to like sort something out with,
Oh
and
my
so
goodness.
I can't shut that down. So I will try to like mostly not pay attention to it because I don't need to do a lot, but there's that too. Okay. So is that you dinging or me dinging?
Nope, that's you.
That's me. I don't know what's dinging like that. I've never heard that sound before. I wonder if it's my computer. Um, okay, well, I muted my computer. If it's my computer, great. If not, I don't know what to say. Okay, so we are going to talk about your acronym for her like self-care time. Man, my brain is not working. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
You are totally okay.
I was really hoping that this thing would be done, and then it just wasn't, and it's just been um, too many things at once. How's your day been going? I know you've been busy, so.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. So today started off with me getting off a night shift. So it already
Oh,
just,
oh, that's tiring. And then
yeah,
wake with the kids all day, right? So.
exactly. So I get home. So then it's time for them to eat breakfast and everything. But
Yeah.
luckily they were squared away with that. But then like I still have to do laundry. Um, and I still have to do some other stuff. And so I'm just like, so today has been just like, so like, and I was literally just going to coming back from picking up my laundry. And so that's why I was like, okay, I
Give me a few minutes.
I did my best to schedule it out, as much as I could, but then the clothes
Oh,
didn't dry on time. And so I was just like,
but I totally get it. Um, So, okay, I think I'm good. She's getting me the information I want, so I'm gonna ignore that for a second. um, so, we are here to talk about Her Time, which is an acronym that Angel uses related to self-care, and it's H.E.R.R. time.
That's right.
Okay, so tell us, maybe first give us a little bit of a rundown about yourself. I know you've already done an introduction, all of that, but for anyone who has missed it or doesn't know, or who's watching replays and didn't catch it or whatever, give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself, about what you do, and then we can start in on today's topic.
All right. Well, happy Friday, everyone. I know, for some of us like ourselves, today has been, quite a day. However, nevertheless, we are here. So welcome.
We're
Thank
here.
you so much. We are here. That's what counts, right? Thank you so much for being here with us and just sharing in this moment and space with us. We do not take it lightly. So thank you so much. A little bit about myself. I am Angel Conway. I am a mom. I have been in the healthcare field for 10 years plus, and currently I am a senior caregiver and I work for 2 home care agencies. I have 3 children, 3 boys, Angelo, Patrick Jr., and Malachi. They're all under 9 years old, so busy mama over here.
Yeah.
And
I have
then the
one boy
4-year-old,
and he is a handful. So
yeah.
Although I had 4 brothers, so I get it. Yeah.
Yes, I have 6 brothers, so yeah. It's 10 of us all together, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of us.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought.
Sorry. And we were 8. There was 8 of us, so it was, yeah. I get it. I totally get it.
The struggle is real.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say my 4-year-old, he's still trying to nurse, and so I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
So
You're
there's
like,
that.
I'm done, but are you done?
Right,
I gotcha.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, not done yet.
No.
But so
that's tiring.
family. Yes. Oh yes, it is. Oh my goodness. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I've been blessed to have a schedule that works with me as far as how I want to show up as a mom, so that's just been like amazing to have that. So, because I am a homeschooling mom as well. So,
yeah.
Heather's in the building. Welcome,
Hi, Heather.
And I am entering the entrepreneurship space, doing multiple things. I am a professional crocheter, and so I crochet seasonal women's accessories and clothing, and also baby blankets, clothes, and toys.
I did not know that. That is super cool and massively skilled. That is not something I can do. I'll tell you that. I tried to crochet once and I was like, this is not a thing.
It's not a thing. That's funny. It's interesting, and that just goes to show you, because a crochet and knitting, I was on it. That is a part of my self-care, and it's funny because other people is just like, no, that is anything but self-care for me, because you just want
No, but if it's something you enjoy, then it is restorative, right? So
exactly. And so as we are here today, that brings me into my other passion, and that's a faith-based self-care consultant, in which it is our mission to equip other moms like myself to get back to making time for herself and to enjoy life again. So that's why we are here today. That's a little bit about who I am. So Her Time, you guys. I am all about the acronyms. I am all about all things self-care. And so Her Time is a cute, fun, simple reminder that I created for myself to help me stay focused with doing the quote unquote little things. But it's not little, because these things that you implement on a daily basis helps you physically, mentally, emotionally to get through the day to day, because we are doing so many things that we forget to do the little things, right? And so her time, you guys, ready? It stands for hydrate, eat, exercise, rest, and reflect. And, I know we hear a lot about how we should do these things, right? And the truth of the matter is, when we're not doing these things, we see the result, you know? And so we're on the go. We have the children, we have the house, we have the 9 to 5, like myself. We're also business women, and we're also in ministry maybe. And, we just have our hands in a host of other different things. So our plate is full, right? And so with a full plate, we need to make sure that we're pouring back into ourselves and replenishing ourselves, to make sure, well, that gives us the drive, it gives us the motivation, it gives us the push, it gives us that extra boost of energy that we need to keep on doing the things that we love to do. And so, as far as hydrate, let me make a quick disclaimer, because this is not to, how does it go, diagnose or treat anything. If you have health concerns, consult your physician or primary care doctor. But as far as hydrate, you definitely want to make sure that you're staying away from the sugary drinks as much as possible, and consuming that water, consuming things with electrolytes, consuming liquids that's going to replenish and refuel you, and hydrate your skin and energize your organs. Let's see. So Gatorade, Powerade, but again, you want to make sure that as less sugar as possible.
Yeah, that's the hard thing with those ones, right?
Yeah. But they came out with a new zero. What is it called? It's zero something, but it's supposed to be no sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never tend to drink them. I'm a water and tea with nothing added to it type of a
Really? Okay.
type of a drinker. And then coffee. I mean, I drink my coffee in the morning. I love coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't ever really hit pop or any of the bottled drinks really. I just have never been big into them. So
Wow.
I'm not sure with the Gatorade. The only time I buy that kind of stuff is when if my kids are puking and I'm like, hey, you need some electrolytes, right?
Yeah.
So
Here you go.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah. Let me see. I'm just trying to think what else, because I cannot really think of many options out there. But for sure, your water, Gatorade, Powerade, the ones with, that says zero on it with no sugar.
Oh yeah. That's cool that
So
they have that for an option. Because that
yeah,
was the big problem with those is you're trying to get electrolytes, but then you're also just spiking your sugar, right? So,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool.
So then you want to eat. You want to make sure you're eating a well-balanced nutritional diet, right? And so you want to make sure you basically hit all those components of nutrition, which is carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. I think I'm missing one. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins. Nope, that's good. 5. Yep, all 5 of them. Um,
I was like, I
and
don't
then
know.
yeah, I've actually been out the game for a little bit, because I was more on top of that when I was doing medical missionary work, and I was giving these health presentations for the community.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, I gotta get back on that though, but
We all do, right? I mean, I feel like I try to eat pretty healthy, but the one thing that I never get into is I don't know if it's macros or the other one, but the vitamins and minerals and stuff. I
yeah.
never I don't even know how to
I
start
mean, it's
with
a lot
that.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do like the carbs and fats and vegetables and, you know, all of that stuff, but it's just like, yeah, that's a doing the vitamins and minerals. I don't know how to even, I hope I'm getting the right stuff. And I take my vitamin, like
Multivitamin. Yeah.
multivitamins. Yeah.
There you go.
So
That covers
hopefully
it.
I'm good.
Yeah, that covers it. I actually just went to Walgreens and got some multivitamins for the family. So, that definitely helps because these children and their eating habits are just like not good.
Yeah.
You know, and you do what you can with what you have for what you know, and you just grow from there, you know. So I'm not really uh I don't well, when I was really, really, really heavy into it, you know, telling people about nutrition and stuff like that, um, I did my best to come at that approach, you know. It's like, yes, you know, you see me and it's just like, oh, you're doing all this, you know, but it's just like, well, it took me time to get here though, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't just
It does.
like
It's
wake
habits
up.
that you have to build up for sure. It's not just knowing the answers, right? You have to actually make it a habit and make it something that you don't have to think about a lot. I think that's the
Yeah,
big thing, right? If you have to put a lot of thought into it, that's a lot of effort, especially when you're a busy mom, right? So it's
exactly.
yeah, getting to know or building it up as a habit for sure is a good thing. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, and then with our kids, oh my gosh, like I try, and I'm pretty strict with my kids as far as eating goes. Like, if you're not going to eat your healthy food, you're not going to have snacks, you're not going to have treats, for the
Mhm.
most part. But then, I'll be honest, their dad is not. So,
Yeah,
then,
and that's a
you know,
whole nother
sometimes,
thing.
yeah, sometimes it's just like, well, did they eat anything that wasn't sugar today? Like, you
Oh
know,
my
is that,
goodness.
and
Like,
especially now that we're in separate places, like he drops them off and they're bouncing off the walls, and I'm like, did you feed them a
what did
vegetable
you
once? Like,
the
why
struggle
are they
is
so hyper?
real. Oh,
And
listen, I knew I
yeah,
wasn't the only one, but like I'm pretty much going through the same thing. Like
yeah,
we're just having like our a moment, you guys. So just listen, this is real deal Holyfield, this is life, you know. So we're glad that you're hanging in with us. Um like trying to get on one accord with that because I I do want to do my best with, you know, making sure that they eat a healthy diet, right?
yeah.
However, you know, their father is just like, what, what is, where's the disconnect? What is going on? You know, and like I make the meals and everything. It's just like you can't go wrong. But
Yep. I got it. I totally get it. And for me, like, when we were living together, it was a little bit easier because I was usually in charge of feeding the kids, right? But
right,
when he got them on his own now, it's even a little bit tougher. And I, honestly, for him, it's like he can't handle a whine. So if they're like,
okay.
he's like, have what you want. I'm like, excuse me, are you kidding me right now? So
Right. Okay, so Rashida, she says the opposite. Wow, I need to find the one accord because I'm like, let the child have a cookie. See, listen, okay, I'm
I
all
don't
for
mind them
that.
having treats. It's just that they have to have that balance, right? And so, like, I try to always make it that they need to eat the healthy food first, and then they're
Yeah,
allowed to have. I would love it to just be like free reign on the treats, like they can just have what they want, but they have to be eating their meals. And if they're filling up on that stuff and then not
that's
eating, then
mm-hmm.
that was always my struggle area, right? So,
Yeah.
and the thing is all three of my kids will eat anything I put in front of them when it's just me, because they know they're not going to get anything else. But if their dad is
Mhm.
around, it is like,
They work the
I have
system.
no words. There's no words. Yeah, they work the system. That's right. They work the system.
Yep. And, you know, for me, it's more of the eating out, like all the fast food. That's
Yeah.
my thing. And
That's
so,
hard with
like,
the fast-paced lifestyles, right? Like we all are
it
just like
is.
go, go, go. And yeah, it can be
It
really hard.
is.
The kids know
Kids
who
know
to
who to
ask.
ask. Yes, yes, they do.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, we gotta unify. So
Yeah.
yes, you know, well balanced nutritional diet is key to make sure that you're giving your body and fueling your body with the good things to help you show up, you know.
Yeah.
And so exercise. I am not a exercise fanatic by no stretch of the imagination. I'm keeping it real. And so my idea of exercise is doing like light brisk walking and swimming, and stretching.
Same here.
You know, I'm not
Same here.
like, you know,
Same
I'm not into the
here.
heavy,
My coach Heather, if she's watching or if she watches this later, she's gonna give me crap because she's always like,
uh-oh.
"Did you move your body?" Right? Well, I went for a walk.
Yes. I went for a walk too. You gotta give us credit, Heather.
Yes. Hey, when
So
you're like
yeah,
chasing down kids and dogs on a walk, you're not doing bad.
no, not at all. And it's funny, this one lady, I forget what group it was in, but she had posted like, what is your favorite thing to do for exercise? And I said, well, chasing my kids around. That's that's my favorite. But then I was like, no, you know, walking and swimming and stuff.
My doctor gave me trouble for that because I was like, well, I chase the kids around all day and like move constantly. Like I never sit down.
Right.
I'm always like on the go. I'm cleaning, I'm doing laundry. And she's like, yeah, that's not enough. Like you got to get your heart rate up. I'm like, oh, my heart rate goes up.
Right.
I was
All
like,
the
you
way
ever
up.
watch a house full of toddlers? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, so absolute must. So like for me, stretches is more like where I am in my life with what I'm doing. That's like my main focus right now because having children like did a number on my body and specifically my back. And so I try to focus more on stretches for my back, for my abdomen, and a little, you know, arm exercises too, because, you know, being a senior caregiver, like a lot of times you know, lifting and pulling dead weight. So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's a lot. I definitely need
yes,
to add in something with my arms because I'm getting weak. There's
yeah,
things I go to move a piece of furniture and I'm like, I used to be able to do that.
yeah,
Yeah, but I get you on the stretches, and for me, a lot of it is with the hips, especially now that I sit at my desk a lot.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
I get like the where I just lose that movement, right? In my hips, in my knees, in my ankles, like all of that. And walking is really good for that, but it doesn't
yeah,
quite get the hips, like the full motion in the hips. And so I get a lot of even like pain and tension in there. So that's my big thing to stretch for sure all the time.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then so I went to physical therapy before because of that. Um, and what they diagnosed with me, what they diagnosed me for was sacroiliac joint pain.
Ooh,
And that's
it sounds bad.
this pain, it was it was up there with the labor pains. It's, you know,
Mm,
it was very debilitating. And so my midwife, she was just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna send you to a physical therapist because, you know, clearly like you can't do anything. So, you know, so keeping up with those stretches, and I wear a back brace when I'm
mm,
working and when I'm not working sometimes. Cause like even standing up for like more than 10 minutes at a time, my back starts to ache. And
mm.
so struggle is real. So
Yeah.
exercise, making sure you're doing your stretches so you're not pulling anything. And just, you know, doing your best to stay in shape and to move, you know.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. Rest. Going into the fourth, rest. It is so important that we just take some time out to allow our body to just be on chill mode.
Yeah.
At rest, our body heals, we recoup, and we restore ourselves. And so, even if that's taking your lunch break, or that 15-minute break, or, whatever your day is, whatever break that is for you, be intentional about just sitting down or laying down. Make sure that you take that break to be at rest so your body can just chill out and
Yeah.
recover. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
I put that in my evening routine a lot of the time where I mean, I do take my, like, I will stop during the day when I start feeling that tension and my shoulders are like up in my ears and I have to consciously
Oh,
like pull them
yeah.
down. Then I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
um, I need to stop for a little bit, right? And I get up and I move around and stuff. And, but at bedtime, I always like, this is one of the things I teach, right? Is like getting good sleep at night. And
Yes.
that before bed, having the screens off and doing something restful like that, that's when I read before bed, and
Okay.
that's my downtime, right? Because I love to read. And it's so important. It changes the type of sleep you have completely,
Yeah.
to have that where your body knows how to rest. And I think it's really important to have that mixed in through the day, but also right before you sleep so that your body can wind down, right? So like super, super important.
Absolutely. See, I've got the rest during the day down packed. What I do not have down packed is that wind down time. And that is something that I am conscientious to do. However, like I said, I'm still working on it because any screen has that blue light and it
Yeah.
has the opposite effect and, helps you to be restless. It makes you
Yep.
restless. And for having 3 children in 4 years and all the lack of sleep that I
Oh, you get into a habit of lack of sleep for sure.
yes, I'm like, okay, I need to break out of this, like, so that's something I definitely need to work on, that wind down time. um okay, yes, dead weight, the struggle is real. um So yeah, you guys, rest is very, very, very important because I like take naps during the day, especially
Well, when
like if
you
I
work
have,
night shift too, geez.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But during the day, after I get off one shift, I come home, I take a nap before I head out to the other shift. Like I am like on that.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, yeah. So then last and certainly not least, going down to the last point here, reflect. So we went through hydrate, eat, exercise, rest, and now reflect.
That was
So
I was going to ask you what the last one was because I missed it when you said it the first.
yeah, no problem. So
Reflect. Okay.
yes, um, I have found this to just be so important to create motivation for myself and to um give me that extra push, because a lot of times, we're thinking about, I got to do this, got to do that, da, 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 and you're not focused on, okay, what did you accomplish, and so like in my
Celebrate it.
community, yes, you gotta listen, you gotta celebrate, you gotta say, I'm proud of myself, and like I am the number one cheerleader for my community, to say, you know what, when we have our midweek check-ins, I'm like, listen, it's midweek, what did you accomplish so far? Let's celebrate you. Let's share those wins, because when we can think about what we have accomplished and be grateful for that and know that you are making strides, you know, that you are accomplishing things, like that feels
Mhm.
so good. And that
Yeah.
encourages you and inspires you and motivates you to keep pushing forward. And so these simple steps that I put into her time, um, again, it's just a quick, cute, you know, reminder for myself, like pause and take time to pour back into you.
Well, and I mean, that reflect thing has been it's probably the most recent addition for me to what I do to take care of myself. And I had so many people give me trouble for not celebrating myself,
Oh, yeah,
not reflecting, and like actually what ended up happening for me is I rushed through things so quick that if I don't do that, I lose the memories.
yeah,
I
yep,
actually don't, it like doesn't stick. And I think it has to do with ADHD. Um, I'm no expert. I mean, I am ADHD, but I'm not the expert on like how the brain works. But
yeah,
um, when you are like constantly moving to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, or you've got like a lot of trauma going on in your life. So for me, like I think that was more in childhood. I don't remember a lot of my childhood.
yeah,
And they say that that is because you're just like when you just bury and you don't like reflect and actually absorb what happened, that memory, that long-term memory isn't basically doesn't stick in your brain. I don't,
hmm,
again, I'm not the expert on the brain, but that for me has been really powerful to like actually sit down and like, okay, what happened? Why did it happen? What could I have done differently? Or, you know, what should I keep doing because it's working, right?
yeah,
And doing that just gives my brain the time to actually like make it stick. And then I'm able to make those big habit changes and, you know, put things in my life very quickly, where before it would take me like 1,000 tries to get
yeah,
something working because I would just never figure out why it didn't work the first time, keep making the same mistake, right? Definition of
yeah.
insanity. But
That is
um,
great. That's
yeah.
funny because me too. Like that's been like the most recent addition because that's I've had so many coaches be like, "You don't celebrate yourself,"
Yeah.
and I, so in the way that they was saying it, I was like, "No," you know, because they was just like, "Well, you need to do more than that." It's
Yeah. Well, and it feels like, I think because we get taught, especially as women, we get taught that we should be kind of like quiet about it and not be bragging, right?
oh yeah,
And
yeah,
now I'm like on my clients too. I'm like, you brag about yourself. You need to like, you know, and I know a lot of them, and they're all women, right? They all
hmm,
struggle with that. And it is though, it's really important for us to say like, I'm freaking awesome. Like I'm amazing. I do all of these things. Or, you know,
yes,
look at how awesome I am at this one thing. And yeah, we've been taught that that's bragging and that bragging is rude and we shouldn't do that. And it's not the same thing.
yeah,
Bragging is when you are making someone else feel bad because they don't have what you've got.
there you
When
go.
we're talking about this is like inspire others and bring them up. Like, look, I can do this, so can you. Right.
There you
And then just even for ourselves, yeah, that celebrating piece where it's like, I have accomplished something. I am doing really well. And telling
go.
ourselves that, whether you say it out loud on the internet, say it out loud to your husband, or say it to yourself, it doesn't matter. You are helping to nail that in. Like, this is what works. This is what makes my life better, you know, whatever. And you just make that really stick. That's super
Yeah,
powerful. And it's totally something that we are ingrained not to do.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
horrible.
And you know what I just thought about just now is I know for me at the very beginning of my business, I'm gonna say like the first five, like 4 or 5 months, like I was in this phase where it was just like I'm doing all the things, right? I'm showing up on social media. And like I was doing a lot, but I felt like I wasn't accomplishing much. Like I felt like I wasn't getting much done at the same time, which is like an oxymoron. And it's like I think a part of what would have helped me, I mean, there was a lot of things going on. Like I wasn't prioritizing, doing a whole bunch of, other stuff. But a part of what I felt would have helped me back then is taking a step back and be like, oh, well, you did accomplish this. You did get this done.
Yeah.
You did work on this today, you know? And that definitely would have had like motivated me, like, okay, because like because I was still like coming out of like a procrastination, phase, and still a work in progress, just because like when you built that habit of procrastination, like it's going to
Yeah.
it's a process to break out of that.
Oh
So
yeah. Well, and think how many years you built it up for.
exactly. Ooh,
And it doesn't have to take that many years to break the habit, but it can be that hard, right? That's a lot of years of compounded habit. Like
exactly.
just yeah.
Exactly.
And really I think what you are saying here with all of these, like none of these have to be time consuming. They don't have to take so long. And I think for me in particular, and so probably lots of other women, right? This is what I've found as I get into the coaching realm, is just everybody else too, right? Whenever you say something, they're like, oh yeah, me too, me too, me too.
Yes.
So probably everyone else too. But when it comes to the reflect piece, it feels like I don't have any time. I don't have time for that. But that is like the fastest one. Like it doesn't
is.
have to take very long. So, and it is really powerful, very, very powerful to do it. So 100%, like that should not be left out of anybody's self-care, to just take that time to reflect and like what went well. And even what didn't go well, right? Because then you prevent yourself from making the same mistakes again. And that's really important too. So
You know what's interesting too, because having children has taught me a lot, and I do, my main things that I touch on is family, faith, and self-care. And like I have learned so much being a mom. And one of the things that I did learn is that, I am encouraging them, for doing, everything, for trying new things, and it's just like, why am I not doing that for myself? And so
and
like
who
that
is
was
doing it for you if you're not? As an adult,
exactly.
nobody does it for you. You got to do it for yourself, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So I definitely, am a big believer in just, taking these, experiences and really applying it, to your life. And oh, having children, they they will teach you some things about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yay, her time. Yay. That's right.
um yeah, it's that's been kind of one of the key things, right? Coming into all of the personal development and all of that, is realizing nobody else is going to do it for me. Nobody else is going to make me get up in the morning. Nobody else is going to make me go to bed on time. Nobody else is going to make me turn those screens off so I don't have the blue light keeping me awake. Nobody else is going to make me eat healthy. If I want to feel good, I have to make that choice, right? And it goes for all of those pieces. We're the only ones keeping us responsible. I mean, you can hire an accountability coach. I have, and I do it for my clients. But
yeah, me
but
too.
It's still up to us as adults.
It
We
is.
have the choice to make, right? And so that is so important. And literally, we congratulate our kids when they eat. We congratulate our kids when they poop on the toilet. Like, I mean, how can we not congratulate ourselves for building a business, for building new habits, for choosing the healthy options? Like those
Getting
are
that
big
chore done.
things. Yeah. Getting those chores done. That's right. How can congratulate yourself when you fold your laundry and put it away, right? Like exactly. And it sounds silly, but the more you do it, the better it feels, and you
It
start building
does.
that confidence in yourself.
It
So
does.
yeah.
So yeah, you guys, I hope you have gotten a lot out of her time, because again, like I cannot stress this enough. It is so important that we take time to pause and pour back into ourselves, and just, taking, cute little things like this to be a reminder, will help you go a long way.
I
And
love the
so,
I
yes,
think they're
thank
so
you.
helpful. So
Thank you so much. So if you all have any questions about her time, or if you have any questions in general about what you're struggling with in self-care, I am here to answer them really quick. So thank you all for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure.
thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. If you know anybody who needs it, tag them in it. And thank you for those of you who were here live. Thank you, Rashida, for commenting all through. And I know there was a few other people who popped in and out, at least, if not, they may be still here. Who knows what Facebook does. And yeah, I really appreciate you as well, Angel, for coming on here. I know it's been a busy day. I know it's been a day. So it is to show up anyways is
Yeah.
important, and it is appreciated. So thank you. And we will still hear a little bit more from you through the rest of today and tomorrow. And ow, I just whacked me.
Oh,
But
no.
but yeah, and so I just want to say thank you for coming and standing in the limelight this week. And I know that it has been, like we talked about, that it feels like when you have something like this going on, that's when life decides to just get in the way, right? So kudos to you for showing up anyway. Kudos to you for keep on trying, right? It all is all seen and appreciated. So and I will keep on watching out today and tomorrow for the rest of your week. But thanks again. And thank you for the acronyms. I love your acronyms. So.
Thank you. I thank you for this opportunity to allow me to be in the limelight. This is also a part of self-care. Self-care is vast and broad. And I say, pursuing your passions, talents, and gifts is a part of your self-care. And so to allow me this opportunity, to step into the limelight and present myself and show up is I am forever grateful for that.
Well, I loved having you here. And honestly, self-care too is sometimes really stretchy, right? Sometimes it's doing things that are hard. So I mean, and I know you've been telling me about your week, and it's been a week. So it is, yeah. Yes, limelight.
Yeah, step into the limelight, Rashida.
That's right. Yeah, she's gonna do it next month. Actually, she's gonna do it next month.
I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it.
All righty. So we will let you go. I know you got things to do. Probably supper time coming up for you here.
Oh yeah.
And I'm coming, she says. Awesome. Thank you so much, Angel. And we will talk soon.
All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. And remember to do something for yourself each and every day that makes you smile, laugh, happy, and give you goosebumps, because health is life and life is love. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.